I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you. Hey. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. Well, I'm all for Christmas. It's a magical time full of kisses. Take a walk outside and tickle the snowman's nose. Moving nimbly, did you hear something from the chimney? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Oh.
Welcome to the December 13th, 2022 Huntington Beach Planning Commission meeting. While the Planning Commission welcomes public involvement and free speech, it rejects comments from anyone that are discriminatory, defamatory, or otherwise not protected speech. Those comments will not inform nor be considered by the Planning Commission and may be cause for the chair to interrupt the speaker. Such comments will not be consented to or otherwise adopted by the Planning Commission in its discussions and findings for any matter tonight. Thank you. I would like to call on Commissioner Scandura to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Adam?
Here.
Commissioner Mandic?
Here.
Vice Chair Acosta-Galvan?
Here.
Commissioner Scandura?
Here.
Commissioner Rodriguez? Commissioner Ray?
Here.
We have a quorum. Thank you.
Now is the time for public comments for items that are not on the agenda this evening. Do we have any public comments?
We have no public comments.
Thank you. Next, we have public hearing item. It is tentative track map number 19174 and conditional use permit number 22-021, Brandywine Townhomes. It's my understanding that we have received a continuance request from the applicant this afternoon. Staff, can you give us an update on the status of this project?
Yes, I can confirm we did receive the continuance request. They're currently requesting a January 10th meeting date. However, we're going to renotice it one way or the other. And so what we would simply need tonight is a motion to continue the item.
Okay, thank you.
Kayla?
Yes.
Did they state a reason why they wanted the continuance?
They did not.
Okay. It's just, I just have to say, this is really irritating at this time of year to spend, a day or so studying the material, and at the last minute, and is it at our purview to vote for this? Actually, they're requesting a continuance. Must we grant the continuance?
I would defer to the city attorney's office on that. I'm not sure what the procedure is.
Yeah, I would defer to the city attorney too, but I think it had to do with the applicant not being able to be in attendance, which, we want to make sure they get their due process. So we would recommend that it's a continuance.
Okay. It's just like I say, I had a lot better things, I think, as most of us did, and the audience, than to be continued at the last minute. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions of staff at this time? Any other questions? No?
No,
Okay.
other than just to echo what Commissioner Mandick said. I mean, it does take time for us to sit down and go through all this information, visit the site, talk to staff. So I hope the applicant had a real good reason for not being here.
Absolutely.
Do we have a motion on this item?
I guess so moved, reluctantly.
Is there a second?
I'll second the continuance.
And please vote.
We have all ayes, motion carries.
So next on the agenda is consent count. Next, we have a request to continue a public hearing item. It is zoning text amendment number 22-004. Staff has requested this item be continued to the January 10th, 2023 meeting. If there are no questions of staff, is there a motion on this item?
I'll motion to continue. Continuance.
I'll second that.
We have all ayes, motion carries.
Next on the agenda is consent calendar items, and we have 7 sets of minutes. May I ask staff to provide a reminder of the commissioners who should abstain?
Yes, thank you. So Commissioner Adams should abstain from the June 28th and September 13th minutes. And Commissioner Mandick should abstain from the August 23rd, September 13th, and October 13th minutes. We can conduct it as a roll call vote, and you just simply indicate the ones you're going to abstain from. And I also wanted to note a correction on the minutes from June 28th, item 22-491, the flood ordinance revisions. The vote on the distributed minutes was a no for Skandura, and that has been edited to reflect a yes. And on the August 23rd, 2022 minutes, item 22-584, that's the diesel automotive project. The vote from Commissioner Skandura has been updated from abstain to a no. And we verified with the tape to verify those are correct edits. And again, this can be done as a roll call vote. Thanks.
Is there a motion to approve the sets of minutes as submitted?
All 6 of them, or 7 of them?
They can be done as a package if you don't have any edits.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, I have no edits, so I'll move approval of the 7 sets of minutes as submitted.
Including the corrected minutes. I'll second, including the corrected minutes.
May we have a roll call vote?
You just have to call their names.
Commissioner Mandick?
Yes, I'll vote yes on everything, except I'll be abstaining on 8:23, 9:13, and 10:11 minutes.
Commissioner Adams?
I'm also voting yes on all the minutes, but abstaining on June 28th and September 13th.
Vice Chair Costa-Galvin?
Yes on all.
Commissioner Skandura?
All of them.
Commissioner Ray?
Yes on all.
Thank you. Motion carries.
So for non-public hearing items, I see that we have none. Next on the agenda are planning items. Can staff provide a report?
Yes, I wanted to first thank all the commissioners for responding to our poll about a second meeting in December. As we expected with the holidays, there's a lot of traveling plans, and so we will not have a quorum, and therefore will not have a meeting on the 27th. That'll be canceled. Also, as we know, there's been an election. You guys all serve terms that actually expire at the end of the year, but as the bylaws are written, you continue to serve until the new appointment is made. We're anticipating those are going to happen on the 20th, but as of nothing, I can't confirm that with certainty right now until the actual appointments are made. With that said, we're expecting some new commissioners in the first meeting in January. However, we hope you all can attend at the beginning because we'd like to recognize and honor your service and before we get into business that evening. And that's all I had this evening.
Thank you. Before we close for the evening, planning commissioners, do you have any comments to provide? We'll start at the end with Commissioner Mandic.
No comments.
When is the next meeting, Matt? Is it
January 10th.
January 10th? Sorry.
Happy New Year.
I have no further comments.
No comments?
Yeah, well, I do have some comments because tonight marks the end of the road for me. 13 and a half years on the Planning Commission and 2 services, and it's hard to believe that this is coming to an end. To say that I won't miss it would be a lie. I've greatly enjoyed this appointment. I've enjoyed the work, the projects that have come before us, but most importantly, I've enjoyed the people, all the people that I've worked with. I have a lot of people to thank, but I'm not going to be able to name them all, otherwise we'd be here tonight, the rest of the night. But certainly I want to thank the 2 council members who appointed me, the late Gil Corper back in 2003, when he plucked me from obscurity and appointed me and said, yes, your first project is this little teeny tiny obscure project called Poseidon. So, and I served until the end of 2010, and then the second was our immediate past mayor, Barbara Del Glaze. I served with her in my first service on the Planning Commission. We got along great, and I was so appreciative of her appointing me back in 2016, and I've always appreciated her support to me throughout all my time. I'm definitely going to miss this group here, including Commissioner Perkins and Commissioner Rodriguez not being here. Just a great group of people. In my time, I served with 35 planning commissioners. And all of them just wonderful people, and just getting to know them and learn about them and getting to know them on a personal basis and working with them on some very difficult projects has been, just a wonderful experience. Many thanks, as always, to the city staff, and it's too bad we don't have more of them here tonight because of the continuance, but in my time I worked with 3 community development directors plus an acting community development director, worked with a darn good deputy director, and 3 planning managers that we have here. Just great planning staff. But not only just the planning staff, also public works, police, fire, city attorney, community services, and community development. Gil Corper used to say that our staff are the best staff in the world, and I've never been able to counter that. We do have great staff. Tremendous appreciation to all the residents, applicants, activists who have come before me over the years and provided their comments and input. I really appreciated whether I agreed with them or not, whether my vote went their direction or not. Always I considered their input. And then last of all, many thanks to my family, to my kids, my children, Eddie and Lauren, who were in grade school when I was first appointed, who often got taken to project sites with me from time to time. I guess it rubbed off because my son actually got his master's in urban and regional planning this year from UC Irvine, and he now works as a transportation planner with LA Metropolitan Transit Authority. And then last of all, to my wife. And the reality is, and I think we can all relate to it up here, our spouses sacrifice a lot when we're not around, or when we're at meetings, or we're at events, or we have our heads buried in all these documents. They really give up a lot, and and my wife is definitely no exception to this. She's always been supportive of me, and she's also been my sounding board. And one interesting story was, if you recall, we had the project, I think during the spring, that had the oil pipeline that wasn't in the EIR. And I hadn't yet been to the site, so my wife and I went out to dinner one night, and it was still light out, so I said, let's go take a look at this site. So we drove by the site, and my wife said, look, what's that sign? What's that about an oil pipeline there? So she's always been helpful. So anyway, thanks to all of you. If there's new commissioners that have been appointed, congratulations to them. And as far as our remaining commissioners, Ian, Kayla, and Oscar, best of wishes to you, and let's all stay in touch.
And then for me, all I wanted to say was just Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to staff and the other commissioners.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Happy holidays. That is the last item on the agenda. We are hereby adjourned to the next Planning Commission meeting on Tuesday, January 10th, 2023.
Keep showing up. Yeah, you just keep showing up. I bet it isn't what you wanna hear from me. No, you just wanna find some kind of lucky pill for free. But you just have to keep showing up. You just keep showing up. Yeah, you just